Hello everyone, it is Darkseeker here again. Welcome back for another video. Now before we get to today's deck, I would like you to take a moment to step back and to relax your mind. Forget about everything and anything that is troubling you. I would like you to focus on the clouds. Focus on the mist. Imagine that you are a rogue sneaking around, staying within the shadows, unseen and hidden, striking at the right time, striking at a moment's notice. Imagine that you are a secrets rogue. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are continuing our secrets theme. Last week it was Secrets Paladin. This week it is WinterShogunate's Secrets Rogue. If you can get value from your secrets, then this deck can go the distance. Shadowdancer is one of your key tools in the deck, but Sonya Shadowdancer is not to be underestimated in terms of getting you value. Oh, and Necrolord Drakar for that all-important weapon value too. This is an incredibly fun deck to play, so let's have a look at the deck in action on the Wild Mode ladder. So we're joining this game in progress against the mage. We have Cheat Death available to us. We also have cards that can pull secrets from our deck and put them onto the field. That's pretty awesome. So we have Double Cross, we have Pressure Plate, Cheat Death, and Dirty Tricks. Our opponent is summoning volatile skeletons, so over time they'll look to kill off the skeletons, summon a few more, resurrect them, kill them off, and then kill me. That's the plan. So we have time on our side as we wait for our opponent to build things up. Now, with this deck, you could see these secrets being triggered. In the year 2022, are these secrets effective enough? Oh, and we've just milled Hanar. That is really, really unfortunate. Hanar being one of our key tools for generating value with our secrets. But going back to my original point, in the year 2022, are rogue secrets, or the ones being played in this deck, are they considered effective enough to help you win games? I raised the same question last week with Secrets Paladin. When I played that deck, are Paladin secrets in the year 2022 good enough? Well, I guess we shall find out here with Rogue secrets. Are they good enough to win games? We will find out as we progress. Sometimes I just get the feeling that they're a little bit underpowered. I don't know. And with a deck like this, you're faced with lots of decisions with your mana. How do you spend your mana with the cards that you've got? Lots and lots of potential decisions and routes that you can take. Here, I'm just trying to get value on the graveyard. Right, so I'm even going to play Secret Passage for no real value, because I've got these cards from Secret Passage, but I can't play any of them. But I did it so I could get the extra stats on that Stealth 7/7. That was the justification behind it. Who even knows if it was the correct line of play? Necrolord Drakar is in hand. We need to remember that and be aware of it. That is a card that has the potential to swing a game, or to help finish off your opponent based on the attack power that you get on the weapon. Alright. So, what do we do on this turn? Drawing a card seems good. Okay, failing.
More meat.
We're going on a dangerous voyage. You in?
So we're loading stats up on the board here.
Smell you.
Of course it goes face. And again.
Oh, miserable end.
Ice barrier is fine.
You can't always trust what you see.
I think this will do. Our opponent has to deal with the 7/7. That is going to pack quite a punch to the face if it connects. Alright, so they spent their entire turn dealing with that. For the most part. We're still left with quite a few stats on the board.
Were you followed?
Okay, so some interesting choices here. I like Oasis Ally. I just like the stats from the 3/6 Water Elemental that comes out of it.
Ain't my grave. Ain't my grave.
So we're getting rid of some pretty key cards from our opponent's hand. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Sketchy Stranger. Big fan of that. The battle cry being discover a secret from another class. Absolutely love that. I love the randomness of it. I love the fun that surrounds it. And the Ghastly Gravedigger. So if you control a secret, choose a card in your opponent's hand to shuffle into their deck. So as you saw there, we got rid of two massive cards that they could have used. Potentially to swing a game back into their favour. Our opponent is expending resources to try and cut down this board. It feels so that each turn I am a slight step ahead of them. And now I'm wondering, okay, finally, is this our Drakkar turn? I'd kind of forgotten that Drakkar was sitting in my hand on the left for a while. Even though earlier, you know, I'd said I shouldn't forget that it's there.
Alright, up in.
Oh, I just adore using the Gravedigger.
My grave.
Oh, Flame Strike. Ah, we need to get rid of that, don't we? That's brilliant. To think that Flame Strike could have turned the game around
They're on to us.
into their favour,
Show me that face.
and we got rid of it.
The results of my leadership.
Choose soon.
Alright, here we go.
In death, I've mastered the art of subtlety.
Nothing.
So we get a 5 attack weapon. I'm sure if I had played things slightly differently on earlier turns, we could have got a bigger weapon, maybe. Considering that... Oh, concede. Okay. Considering that we've got cheap secrets in this deck, yeah, maybe I could have done better. I don't know.
Eyes shall be open.
Alright, it's another mage. And I don't know about the mulligan. I don't know. However, I will say I do like Sticky Situation. That secret, after your opponent casts a spell, summon a 3/4 spider with stealth. I just like the stats on that. I think that's pretty cool. You've noticed in the earlier game that we seem to be winning games by building up boards of minions and just, you know, out-tempoing our opponent and eventually going face. Alright. Let's see. Our opponent will need to play a spell here. Oh, they didn't even hero power. That's interesting. Okay, well, it costs 0. They probably want to save it up. Okay. Not waste it. But they didn't play anything else or do anything else. So they really scared of these secrets.
At last,
Kazakus!
a worthy disciple.
Alright, so it is Reno mage. Interesting. This will be a good test for this deck then, to see if we can outlast a Reno mage who typically will be, you know, a deck that has a lot of value associated with it.
You can't always trust.
Nothing.
Okay, let's contest the Kazakus there with our 3-2. Try and tempt the opponent to play a spell. So we get our spider onto the board. Ice Walker. Huh. I'm fine with that. The 0 cost hero power had to be used there.
Going on a dangerous voyage.
And they floated mana. Absolutely happy with that. And I have no idea if my ordering here is correct. But I'm just doing stuff to fill out my curve and to use up my mana. Going face. Of course, Reno. Still haven't had a chance to get the spider down. That's a bit annoying.
You'll blow my cover.
Okay, get a few more secrets into play. So double cross, sticky situation, and dirty tricks.
Will
Right.
you followed?
Counter spell seems really productive.
I can take them. Wait, not all of them.
Armor! Lightly used armor.
The Ice Walker is a little bit annoying, I must admit. If my board is forever going to be frozen, we have a problem.
Ain't my grave.
Okay, what can we get rid of here? Kazakus Potion seems reasonable. I mean, it's a spell, so if they played it, it would get my spider onto the board, but still. I think always good to get rid of a Kazakus Potion that could cause you a problem. Okay! Counterspell value. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Having those things go back to hand would have been really problematic for us. We're still in a lot of trouble though. Taking a lot of damage just from a board of that nature. I mean, those 4 minions of all things that are really hurting us.
Don't let the door hit you.
I feel like I need to do this to stop my board being frozen. I mean, they're going to replay it, obviously. But did I really want to return any of those other minions to hand? I think they're far more dangerous. The armor gain from the armor vendor is not good. Reno obviously could just clear my board if it was replayed. And also, here we just wanted to play stuff
In my hands.
to get value from the graveyard. Alright. Pocket Galaxy. So potentially we're going to have a stream of very cheap big threats that are going to be played turn after turn here.
Don't let the door hit you.
Well, let's put that back into the hand. It's going to be very expensive to play.
Alright, up in!
Can we get ourselves into a situation here where we take control of this board again?
Oh, miserable end!
not a valid target.
If we play the mech, that's going to help, right? I sometimes have to remind myself as to what these cards do. And just like that, we have the board. And there's this sense of deja vu going back to the last game where we had the board and we just out-tempoed, out-pressured our opponent, just went face and forced to concede. When you look at this deck, you think secrets. But ultimately, it is not the secrets themselves that win the game. It's boards like this that you can generate.
Were you followed?
And I think situations like this is where I get a little bit lost with all of these options in hand. What do I do? What do I play? What order do I do it in? Oh, that's helpful.
More meat. Smell you.
Nothing gets past me.
Alright. Actually, should I kill the 1/3? Is that more threatening in terms of, you know, freezing things on my board? Okay, we get Bran.
Your wish is my
What can I do with Bran? Zephyrus. 2 spells gained. Bit scary. Here's our spider. Are we going to overdraw here? At least this time we don't mill Hanar. That's something, right?
My hand is too.
Sure. Secrets Passage. That's absolutely fine. This mech is doing a lot of work for us in this game. Beautiful. And again, I feel like our opponent is running out of resources like the last game, just slowly running out of resources. And yet we are maintaining this quite substantial board. So surely this is going to be a win from this point, right? Let's see what the mage has up their sleeve. Okay, so Zephyrus, they picked 2 blizzards, sure.
Welcome to the show.
I still have quite a big board. Interesting, they're going face, okay, just trying to get me down as much as possible.
Who knows what secrets will uncover?
Ain't my grave.
Now, this is brilliant value from Bran. Oh, Reno Jackson and Mordresh. We need to get rid of both of those. Absolutely. Mordresh could just be incredibly dangerous in terms of swinging the game back into their favour. I was debating whether I take 1 more damage to the face or not. I think it's fine. And again, sense of deja vu with the last game. The Gravedigger is what ultimately helped me win the last game. In the last game, we got rid of 2 significant cards that could have wrecked my board via the Gravedigger. In this game, the Gravedigger got rid of Mordresh, which would have wrecked my board, and Reno Jackson, which would have helped them heal, and Ragnaros hit my face? Really? Really? Oh, that's a good win though.
Your judgment begins.
Alright, let's look at our next game. It's a priest. So I'm thinking big priest, which would not be good. I really don't think this deck would do very well against big priest. We managed to get, in those last couple of games, we managed to get reasonable boards against our opponents and then just pressured them and won. I don't think our boards are going to matter against big priest.
I see you've brought guests.
Not against the big minions that they generate. And at this rank, if I see a priest, it's usually big priest. Alright, let's see how we go. Alright, classic big priest start. Do nothing for the first few turns. So we're revealed we are a rogue. Surprise! Oh, thank you for the healing.
More meat.
Maybe I should have gone with the card draw, I don't know. But getting a 3-5 on the board seems sensible as well. Oh, it's not priest. Thank goodness. It's a rogue. With a quest line. Huh.
This guy's toast.
Oh gosh, and they go to the face. And again. No, they just return it to hand and do nothing. Interesting. Was that 2 damage to the face really worthwhile? Could they have saved that for a minion, maybe? We are short of mana, but the coin is helpful here. And we get 2 secrets into play. Dirty tricks, very nice. And a sticky situation, cool. So we'll get our spider onto the board shortly.
Strictly need to know.
So they are playing an off-meta deck. I'm playing an off-meta deck, and this is brilliant. This makes for the best kind of game, right? 2 off-meta decks playing against each other. And given that it's an off-meta deck, I don't really know a huge amount about what to expect. What kind of surprises they may have in store for me. In the same way, they don't know what to really expect from my deck. And that's great. This, to me, is peak Hearthstone. This, to me, is the best kind of Hearthstone. I love this.
We're going on a dangerous voyage. You in?
Alright, loading up the board. Where does the weapon land? Alright. So I'll trade the 2-2 in, I imagine.
Let's ride!
I mustn't forget that Sonya Shadowdancer is sitting on the left-hand side of my hand. So I need to think about what value I want to get from her.
More meat.
Taking back control of the board here. frustrating. Finally, there's a graveyard. So do we just commit it now? And then we'll decide if we want to trigger its effect. Maybe not this turn. Maybe next turn. I sometimes have the graveyard on board and I just sit on it for too long. I become somewhat obsessed with wanting to increase the stats on whatever comes out of it. And I may delay triggering it. But sometimes triggering it, getting a smaller minion on the board is good, it's important. Just to build up your board presence.
Smells like breakfast.
Ooh. Okay. That's quite a big board, quite a wide board. And that could have been worse. That 5 cost 4/4 could have been worse. Right?
More meat. Smell you.
Don't let the door hit you.
Returning that to hand seems sensible. Returning that to hand seems very sensible.
Nothing gets past.
And we have the board. Very nice. And we get a 5/5. Beautiful. Now if we could just keep this board.
I do so. I seem to have lost the surface.
So with Sonya, getting the blackjack stunners to hand seems like a good deal for me. Sure.
Smells like breakfast.
Okay, that has worked out. We get a 4/4. Absolutely fine. Oh, wait.
Can't just sit here.
That's annoying. That's a 7/7. Yeah, very smart. You don't want that coming back to my hand. Yeah, very smart indeed.
Where you followed?
Runes? Okay.
More meat.
Come, try your.
So finally a turn where we can try and get some Sonya value.
Good riddance!
Alright, very nice. Oh wait, we don't have a secret in play.
More meat.
That's fine.
Smell you.
Oh, we can just keep doing this.
More meat.
Give that
Wait,
minion a turn
so we can just
around.
clear the whole board by doing this, right? Huh. This is a nice interaction. The problem is, the rope is burning. And I am not quick enough. I am not quick enough to do this. Oh dear, oh dear. If I'd just been a little bit quicker, we could have cleared the entire board via Sonya. Now Sonya's dead, obviously. But we've got some value from her, and that's okay. Although my board feels a little weak here. They're loading up. And I have forgotten about these secret passages in my hand. I think very rarely do I think well enough to get value from secret Secret Passage. Because first of all, I need to remember the card exists in my hand, and I need to remember to use it.
In death,
Oh no.
master the art of
Necronordrakar!
Choose soon.
I mean, it's only a 6 attack weapon, but it's bad enough. That's going to do 18 damage across 3 turns. But it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. But how do we get this board back, I think, is the question. And if we're going to use the stunner, what do we want to use it on?
You'll blow my cover.
Thinning out our deck a little bit more, getting these secrets into play.
Don't let the door hit you.
I'm going to put the Drakkar back to hand. And that may seem like a terrible decision. But it's going to be a couple of turns until they can play it again. Right? Because they've got a weapon already equipped. And
Smell you.
if they don't have
Nothing.
many cards in their hand, Drakkar will not get them much value. So I think that's fine. And we only get a 5/5 here. Should I have found a way to weave a Secret Passage into that last turn to get more value from the graveyard?
Let's ride!
That's a nice runes target, I think. I imagine they're going face with the weapon. Yeah, they are. Of course they are. I mean, they sense victory, right? Given their health total versus my health total, and given a 6 attack weapon that's equipped, they are absolutely sensing victory. What more, though, will they commit to this board?
target eliminated.
Okay, that hurt. We get it back, though.
Choose soon.
Alright. So we are dead on board when you combine the attack power of the weapon.
Don't let the door hit you.
You'll blow my cover.
Alright, a little bit of value there. Oh, Gigafin! Now that's huge, potentially. That's potentially huge. Because with Gigafin, we get a taunt, right? And that's going to be really important for protecting our face. If we're not dead here. Okay, that really hurt. So we know they've got the other Drakkar in hand. The one I gave back to them. So maybe they're looking for a big Drakkar turn here then. But meanwhile, I have the board. I have a absolutely significant board. And their 21 health is not going to last for very long against this board. So I think we're looking at a very close game here. They're looking for damage, I imagine, to just try and get me down a bit more. Trying to count up damage on my board. It's not lethal. And I could potentially get it from hand, maybe? With Drakkar? Oh wait, I'm not going to have a board left, am I? So this is not lethal, but Gigafin could be my way forward. That full 7 taunt sitting in the way there, that's really what matters here. It's protecting my face. And it seems with this deck, the randomness of it all is one of your key win conditions. As you know, we don't play Gigafin naturally in the deck, but we had it randomly generated. And I think it's just won us the game, because now they can't go face with their weapon from Drakkar. Because I imagine on this turn, with that hand, they could generate a big weapon. Ooh, Edwin. Alright, very nice.
Your wits or
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, WinterShogunate's Secrets Rogue. 12,840 dust. Now, if you're going to ask me the question, should you craft this deck, my answer is going to be as follows. This is an off-meta deck. It's a fun deck. It's not a competitive deck at all, but it's just a strange deck in that it can find these obscure ways to win. And as you saw in the last game, just randomly getting my Gigafin available and putting that taunt on board, I think just saved me and won me the game. And the other card that I'm finding is playing a key role in helping me win games is the Ghastly Gravedigger. In 2 of those games, the Gravedigger really saved me. It removed cards from my opponent's hand that would have turned the tide of the game had those cards remained and then been played later on. So the Gravedigger, such a great card, and to me, just game winning, but it's quite random, right? You play the Gravedigger, you look at the options in your opponent's hand, and you hope that the options there are good ones for you to return to their deck. So randomness is one of the keys in this deck, and if you can live with that randomness and have fun with it, then it's a good deck to play. So yeah, fun deck, just a little bit of luck that's needed, and you should have a good time. So thank you very much for joining me, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all again very soon for more Wild Mode fun. But until next time, please stay safe, please look after yourselves, and as always, please be good to one another.